In the previous video, we started development and we made some progress. We selected a theme, we created the pages, we added the content, we configured the menus, and we're mostly done with setting up the base for our website. We're going to continue from where we left off. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to upload photos. I mentioned in the previous video that I had some photos available. So now we're going to upload those. So I'm going to go to the dashboard and I'm going to go to media and then click on add new. I'm going to select files. So these are some images that I downloaded from the internet, some royalty free images. So we're going to upload these. While this is uploading, let's go and look at what other things we can do. So we also need to work on these widgets. So let's go look this up. So the first widget we want to add is the calendar. So this is a screen where we can actually organize these available widgets on the left side. So these are the available widgets. So these things we can organize on these locations on the theme. So these are locations that are available on the theme. So we want to have the calendar on the sidebar. We can just drag and drop it over here. We can name this thing. And the second one we wanted to have was social media feed available on the site, and then slideshow, and then address map on the contact page. So let's start with the easy one. The slideshow is something that we've already worked with. So let's add that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to plugins and go to add new. I'm going to look for slideshow. I'm going to work with this. We already worked with the meta slider in the previous video, so we know that this works. So let's use that one. So meta slider is active and we have this thing available. Let's go set it up. So here I'm going to click on add slides. And we have some images available already. I guess we'll come back to this once the photos are fully uploaded. The next thing is social media feed available on the site. So let's go look for that plugin. So we have a Facebook page and a Twitter page. So let's look for Facebook page here. This plugin adds a simple Facebook page like widget in your WordPress sidebar. I think this one is good. But this one comes with Twitter feed, YouTube, Pinterest, and more. Let's see if this plugin fits both our needs for Facebook and Twitter. So it's added a new menu here. Let's go here and let's add a Facebook feed. Okay, I think this one is good. Let's so it's asking for some information for Facebook ID, access token, things like that. So let's go grab those. So I've gone ahead and logged in with my Facebook to get the page ID and access token required. So I'm just going to go to the settings and go to Facebook feed and generate the short code. I'm going to copy this short code and go to widgets, and I'm going to drag the custom HTML and then I paste it here. Here I'm going to say and save it. So this would add our official Facebook page here. Let's actually go and check it out. So our calendar widget is available here, and right underneath that we have the official Facebook page. Okay, this is fantastic. So we have too many posts showing up here. So let's go to the dashboard, and I'm going to go to the feed and click on Facebook options. Or actually I should go to the settings and select Facebook feed. And here I can set the number of posts. I'm going to set this to 3. And some of the features are restricted to the premium version of this plugin. So you have to pay and get that if you want that stuff. But yeah, let's see if this automatically updates. So we have 6 showing up right now, but let's try refreshing. Okay, we still have 6 showing up. So what we'll do is we'll copy this new shortcode generated and go here. And here, we'll come back here and then paste this stuff. Actually, it's the setting is available here. And we'll say no to description. And save that. So we have only 3 now. And this looks better. It's shorter. Now for the second item on our list, we want to add a Twitter feed. So let's go to the feed them again and go to Twitter options. I'm going to log in with my Twitter and access it. So I'm going to save all the changes. I'm going to go to settings, go to Twitter feed, and I'm going to select some settings here and click on generate shortcode. I'm going to copy this and go to the widgets again. And I'm going to add another custom HTML thing. And I'm going to add this about the Facebook page because Facebook page is too long. And save this. And now let's go and check out our site again. So we have, okay, somebody else's Twitter is showing up here. So let's go fix that. So I think the Twitter name requires the actual username. So I'm going to enter that. So let's have this at 300 pixels. That should be a good number. So I'm generating this shortcode again, and I'm going to go to the widgets, and here I'm going to paste this and save it. So the issue earlier was just that in the Twitter name I had a Shuddhi space fun, and so it used the Shuddhi as the username. So we were saying somebody else's account information. So now we're seeing our official Twitter feed. Great, and it's we can restrict the size here to 300 pixels. So we've done calendar and social media, and slideshow we've added. We've not yet added the photos fully, but we've added the slideshow. Let's go see if the images are uploaded. So the images are all uploaded. I'm going to go to meta slider again. I'm going to click on add slide. I'm going to add these to the slideshow. And here we have this shortcode. I'm going to click on this to copy. And I'm going to go to the pages, all pages. And here we want the slideshow to be on the home page. So let's go to edit on home page. And let's replace this with a block, the shortcode. I'm going to paste that shortcode here and go to preview. So yes, we have our slideshow here. Excellent. So I'm going to update it. So we have the calendar done, social media feed available, slideshows done, an address map on the contact page. Let's go to the contact page and click on edit. So I type address. There's nothing for the map and address. So right now let's go to Google and search for how to add address map on WordPress. See, this is a very, very, very important skill to have, to be able to find out something that you don't know. As I'm making this video, I have no idea how to add a map to the WordPress page, but I know that I want it. So I'm going to go to Google and search the question. This is very important skill. You cannot overstate how important of a skill this is when you're a programmer. You have to know how to Google things, and you have to know how to find out the things that you don't know. So very important stuff. So there's a question here that says, how do I add a location to a WordPress map? There's a video. I don't know if I want to watch a video on that. So there's a article that says 3 ways to add a Google Maps to your WordPress page. So okay, so there's a Google Maps widget. Let's look for that. So there's no built-in widget. So there's a plugin for this apparently. So this one seems the easiest way. Let's try this. Let's go to Google Maps. And I'm going to look for and we don't really have an actual location, so So let's use this as the location, and let's try to embed a map. So I'm going to copy the HTML, and I'm going to go to this page here, and I'm going to say HTML. I'm going to paste the HTML. I'm going to click on preview, and there we go. So yeah, we have the map. One more thing we need to do is we need to copy the address. So let's say this is the address, and we're going to say okay. So this is the first draft. We can improve this further, but I think this is a good start. We'll also need to have a contact page as such. So we'll create a form here. So there's no widget for the form, so we'll have to install a plugin for this. Let's update this for now, and let's go to plugins, add new, and we want to have a contact form. I'm going to have this form, contact form 7. So I'm going to go to settings on this one, and I'm going to click on edit here. So this is a default form. We already saw this plugin in an earlier video, so I'm not going to go over this here, but I'm going to say save, and I'm going to copy this shortcode. I'm going to go here and paste it here. I click on update. So you can view the page. So we have the contact form, and below that we have the address. I think this is fine for now. At the end of the whole process, we'll come back and see if we need to change this further. But for now, I think this looks fine. So let's go back to our list. We added the calendar, the social media, slideshow, and the address map and everything. And we also uploaded the photos. So I think we're mostly done. Let's go have a look at our website now. So we have our homepage, and we have a slideshow happening here. And we have the about. We have the blog. Right, so the blog is something that we still need to work on. And of course, the gallery is something that we need to work on. And the rest of it seems to be fine. So let's work on that. Let's go to the blog first and edit this page. So here we want to have a list of all our blog posts available. So let's look for a plugin. We have a latest post plugin. And if you remember, I mentioned that when you're adding plugins, if you click on here and you'll see some of the settings available on the right side. So we have these settings available on the right side. I'm just going to click on preview. So remember that we actually don't have any blog posts at the moment. So we do see an empty thing. Let's change that. Let's go to the dashboard and let's add some posts, just like some sample posts. So it's basically an announcement saying that we have a new website. I'm going to add another post just for the sake of previewing. Now let's go to the blog page. Okay, so we have the post showing up, but we don't have the actual, it's not showing the content yet. So let's try this. Let's go to the blog settings and let's select this. We're showing the content now. We're displaying the post date as well. Display featured image as well. And number of items, let's set it to 10. That's good. Let's go to see advanced. Okay, I think this is good. Let's update it. So now we should see the blog posts along with the content. This is great. Now we also have the announcements part. So let's go to this one. And we'll do the same thing. We'll go to latest posts. And we'll do the same settings. And here in categories, what we're going to do is we're going to add a category called announcement. And whenever we need to make an announcement to something, we'll tag it with that category. We'll add that post to that category. Then we should be able to have that as have that post be under that category. So let's do this. Let's click on update and let's go to the dashboard and go to our posts. So let's make this an announcement category. First, we need to add the category. What we'll do is we'll say and let's go back to the posts and make this. We can also click on quick edit and we can change the categories. Okay, so now we have this under the announcement category. Let's go. And because we're showing all categories under the blog page, this will also show in the blog. But let's go to announcement and we should only see this one. Okay, we're seeing both this. Let's see what is wrong here. Yes, we are supposed to set this to announcement, right? So we've now selected the announcement. Let's click on update and go back to see the page. Yes, now we only see the post that we tagged as the announcement post. Excellent. So we now have the blog also ready and announcements also ready. Now let's set up the gallery page. This is supposed to show all of the images that we have. So let's okay, we have a gallery widget. So I'm basically going to select everything. I'm going to create new gallery, insert gallery, and let's do a preview of this. So we now have a gallery which shows all of the images like this. This is great. So now we have the gallery also set up with the contact page with the contact form, the admissions page, and the gallery. We have to update it. So let's click on update. The gallery is also ready. Blog is also ready, and announcements are ready. And each of the about pages are ready. So we've actually accomplished all of the things that we had in the design. We have these individual pages, we have their content, and we have these features. So we're doing pretty well. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we'll have a look at how to review our website, because we've done the development part. It's now time to do a final review before we actually pass it on to the users and say that this is ready for you to review. So let's do a final touch up in the next video. Please like and share this video so that others can find it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on the future videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.